3, 2, and 1.
What's up, everybody? It's Nightly Nonsense, episode 41, I think.
Is
What
it
are we on?
41?
41? I think so.
41, I think. I think it's 41. I don't know. Is it
It's
41
just
or
your pals here today. I think it's
it
41.
is? I think it's
Show
41.
notes say 41, so
All right, it's
go
number
with it.
41. It's number 41. Just us two. Adam's Adam's out and about in Italy this week.
I feel like he was born for Italy. He's probably just thriving over there.
I feel like he is. Kristen's posting a bunch on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
She's posting a My Italian Husband part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know what number she's on at this point.
I haven't even
But
seen those. I got to get on that. I got to get on
yeah.
Adam Talk.
Yep. Yeah, he's been sharing them. It's a bunch of pictures of him looking real Italian, honestly.
I really haven't been going on Instagram that much lately. I feel like I really haven't been using social media that much at all lately. And when I do use it, I go straight to TikTok.
Yeah,
Go straight to
you've
the
been going
talk.
straight to the TikTok. Yeah, I mean, I feel I hear you. TikTok is the social media. I love TikTok.
It's the video content platform. Twitter is unmatched for live reactions.
I get my news on TikTok, honestly.
Really? I'm the opposite. I get my news from Twitter and my entertainment from TikTok.
What did I just say? I meant my news. I get my news from
Yeah,
Twitter.
okay.
Yeah. Not TikTok.
Your news and your hate, those come from Twitter.
Yes, exactly.
And just graphic violence and hate crimes and
terrible stuff is happening on Twitter. And TikTok is TikTok. But
I was saying during the debate, I was saying how much I would love just to have unedited, undoctored live Twitter feed up on the big screen behind them, right in the middle, and all the Americans are just actually everyone just gets to post whatever they want.
Yeah,
hilarious.
It would be awesome. I think it would be awesome. And then just like when who was that? Like the Border Patrol or whatever?
Yeah,
tweeted
that should be up there.
Exactly. Like how does Joe Biden respond to that? When he says,
so the open access like live feed is a little bit of a stretch, but I do think there should be some kind of fact-checking mechanism like that where organizations can, and if you're verified, you can tweet out things like that. Because otherwise there's just no way to, I mean, both of them lied about pretty much everything the whole time. That's what politicians do though. So you can't fault them for it. Well, you can, but it would be nice. Or you can, but we have our choices. So, or even just have like the AP like fact check, or like have Twitter's AI fact check things on screen for people to do.
Yeah.
Be pretty awesome. Or you could do both, you have like a Democratic Twitter feed or a liberal Twitter feed. What's the correct word? Democrat.
Yeah, Democrat/liberal. And then
is liberal like socially acceptable? Like, do you think liberals like being called liberals?
I don't know. Do you think conservatives like being called Republicans and conservatives?
Yeah.
Republican, conservative, liberal, Democrats? Yeah,
probably.
I think so. That's what they are, right?
Sissy. Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, liberals are Democrats and conservatives are Republicans, right?
And we got progressives somewhere.
Oh yeah, I guess progressives.
That's well.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm talking about the girl though. Flo. Yeah.
Progressive.
From Progressive.
Yeah, you're right. Flo. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, anyway, no, dude, that debate, have we not had a podcast? Yeah, we did.
Did we talk about it?
I don't think we talked about it.
I don't think we did.
I mean, we don't ever dive into politics.
Are you sure? I don't think we have had one since then. Maybe we have. I don't remember.
I don't know. But dude, it was
electric.
It's old news at this point, but it was electric factory. I mean, it was crazy.
You should have seen the smile that came on my face when they started talking about golf. I was just like, this is what it's come down to.
Well, me and you were texting during the whole thing, and my TV was a little behind. One, because I like paused it at the beginning because I was doing something, so I was just behind. And you literally sent me a text and you were like, Dave, you're gonna love this. And I was like, I'm behind, and you're like, I know. Prepare yourself.
I didn't want to ruin it for you.
and then right when they said something about, he's like, I forgot what he said exactly to start the whole thing. But then he said, when I was vice president, my handicap was a 6, and Donald Trump goes, that's the biggest lie all night.
I know your swing. I've seen your swing.
I've seen your swing. And then Joe Biden goes, there's an 8. And he goes, nope. Like, I'll play golf.
Now they got this
you.
golf match planned. I would pay a lot of money actually to see that golf. I don't think it'll happen. I think there's no chance. But
well, Bryson DeChambeau said that he would like play with him. He would host him.
Donald Trump said he'd give him $1 million.
I know.
And he'd give Joe Biden 10 strokes.
20.
Aside, I think. Yeah, 10 strokes aside. That's crazy.
That is crazy. Dude, I'm going to be honest, and political stuff aside, I just could not imagine that being close.
No.
I feel like
Donald, he plays so much golf.
I feel like Donald would beat him so badly.
He just won his club championship.
That's what it was.
Like, he's good. Yeah.
That's what started it. He was, because the question was,
they asked
to
Joe
be
first.
president.
Yeah. Then they asked him, and he's like, I just won 2 club championships.
Like, that's hard to do. Not senior. Not senior. 2 club championships.
Beautiful courses. Beautiful 7,200 yards. We played it from the tips, and let me tell you,
it's hard.
That's pretty far.
Hard to do. And I did it. Not senior. He's like, Joe couldn't do it.
I'm the best.
Oh man, dude, that was amazing.
A lot of people think I cheat. I don't cheat.
Good golfer. Not Joe. Not a good golfer. But no, it's a crazy debate. But anyway, no, that was good stuff. But how did we get on that? What were we talking about right before that?
I think we were about to talk about the 4th of July, maybe.
No, I don't think we were. Well, we were talking about Adam. We were talking about Adam being in Italy. Dude, it's hilarious to me. Oh, well, we were talking about Twitter, and then we were talking about her, Kristen, posting on Instagram.
Bring it home.
Yep. And, but yeah, I think it's hilarious. So Adam's in Italy. They're on their honeymoon, and Adam's been texting me nonstop about the Cardinals and how he's all in on the Cardinals, and he's been following all their games. And in my head, I'm like, dude, I love the fact that you're texting me nonstop about the Cardinals, but you are on your honeymoon in Italy right now. Like, are you not enjoying the fact that you're like in Rome at the Colosseum and in Florence enjoying wine? And he's texting me about like Paul Goldschmidt hitting a home run. And I'm like, I love the dedication.
When in Rome, talk about the Cardinals.
Exactly. Like, text messages at 2 a.m. He's like, dude, I just saw that Nolan Gorman bomb last night and I loved it. And I'm like, dude, you're supposed to be like enjoying Italy.
He can text. There's slow moments on every vacation.
I know. But it's dedication. He's a boy. He
just is a fan. He's a loyal fan.
He's a fan, and he's dedicated to texting me about the St. Louis Cardinals. But
he's fast.
He is. He's fast.
I already hired him. He's fast. Glenny
balls. He's fast. But yeah. But anyway, so yeah, 4th of July. Did you have a good 4th of July?
I had a great 4th of July. Went to Chicago Wednesday night. Thursday was 4th of July, right?
Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, so we drove up to Lake Geneva, played 36 holes at Geneva National, played pretty well, and then came back, hung out that night, and then that weekend, it was when we kind of really celebrated. So we went, we got a boat for the playpen in Chicago, and went out on the boat all day Saturday and had a blast, an absolute blast.
Dude, I love that. Well, I thought those plans, I thought you were concerned about those plans.
I got back in. All right, this is actually a great story. So
hit us.
I get told we're renting a yacht for the 4th of July. It's gonna be $190 a person. I'm like, oof, that's steep, but I'm
Yeah.
in. I'm not a
Yes, for
coward,
yacht.
right? I'm not a
For a
coward
yacht.
for a
Yeah.
yacht. Then I get the text, I'm out. I think we might have talked about this on the pod already. Then I get the text that I'm out.
I
There's too
think
many
this was
people.
a post-pod conversation.
Maybe, yeah. Then 3 days before we go there, I get a text, we're back in.
Holy cow.
Then we show up. It turns out that this was just the kid who booked it, his brother, it was his like bachelor party. And it was them and like us and one other person. So basically, we just mitigated the cost of this kid's bachelor party for him.
That's exactly what you did. You were used to mitigate the costs.
And I was in and then I was out. It was crazy. But we had a fun time. I just thought that was very funny that
Dude.
we were ever out of this not very exclusive boat.
That's what it sounds like. Dude, that's crazy. So was it you and Braden
Yep,
and
the ladies,
the
and
ladies?
then
Okay.
2 of Braden's friends, and then the older brother, and then 4 kids from this bachelor party.
Okay. Dude, that sounds, I mean, it sounds fun.
I mean, we had a blast. It was really fun. It was just a weird dynamic because it was like this. I mean, I'm gonna assume they'll probably never watch this, so I can say this, but
Yes, go ahead.
they were
Just-
very quiet and like reserved, and we all like party. Obviously, you know
Yeah.
I party.
yeah, he
I'm
likes to
Rod.
party.
I'm Rod, and I party.
Yeah. My name's Dave, and
But
I
it
like to party.
almost seemed like this kid was throwing a bachelor party for his brother, but he knew it was going to be really lame if it was just them. So he needed people that partied to come and like make it a
Yeah.
good time, but
Mhm.
then also pay $190 a person for the boat.
Yep.
Oh, it was a interesting dynamic, but we had a blast. So that's all that.
I hope that they listen to this podcast and know that you just completely dragged them through the mud.
I didn't drag them through the mud, first of all. I just said they were kind of quiet and reserved. That's not necessarily a
And
bad
said
thing.
that it was going to be lame, so they invited you.
It would have been lame. It would have been
Yeah.
lame.
Let's just look them in the eyes right now and say that it would have been lame without you guys there.
I think
Look them in
I
the
think
eyes.
they know that. I think
Look
they
them in the eyes. Say
can't.
it.
You can't.
Look them straight in the camera.
No, tell me about your 4th of July. What did you do?
So, other than the fact that I worked all weekend, shout out my job. On the
America.
actual America, shout out America. 4th of July itself, I shot fireworks. Went to my aunt and uncle's house, and I shot fireworks, which I love to do. One of my favorite 4th of July traditions. So I didn't shoot as many as normal. Like usually, I will say like the family tradition, we go all out and buy like all the
Yeah.
little things. Like we buy like little stuff too. Like we'll buy like the Roman candles and get in Roman candle wars and bottle rockets and
Sure.
shoot those. And like we'll get firecrackers and shoot all that. Like this year, we had a smaller crowd at my family's, like a lot of my cousins and stuff. Some of my cousins didn't go, and some of my cousins did, but some of my cousins didn't go, and so we just didn't do all that. So we instead just kind of got some of the bigger like boxes and stuff,
Yeah.
fireworks. And so we only shot fireworks for like 30 minutes, but they were more of the bigger type things, which was
Okay.
cool. And yeah, and so we did that, and it was cool. We had a couple duds, I will say. I was about ready to go over to the stand and ask for a refund on we had a couple that had stuff left in the chamber.
How
Like they
close were
didn't
you to
go,
the stand?
huh?
How close were you to the stand?
I mean, like probably 15 minutes. We were in
Oh, okay. Okay.
St. Charles County, so
For some reason, I imagine you like buying these fireworks and then walking like 30 feet into a field and lighting them off. Like that's what it sounded like when you said I was about to walk over to the stand.
you ever been to these stands and they say no, light them off
Yeah.
within 500
No,
feet?
no smoking anywhere.
Exactly. But no, so there was, like I said, there was one that me and my dad bought, and it was like a 25 shot I forgot what it was called. Bling Bling is what it was called.
A Husker do, Husker don't.
Yeah. A Husker too. But it was called Bling Bling. And 25 shot, and the last 5 shots didn't go off. They were still in there, powdered up, but no fuse. So we couldn't do anything about it.
What'd you do?
Nothing.
Oh,
Couldn't
see,
do-
I would have like lit the
Take-
whole thing on fire and made it blow up or something.
Yeah, dude. Dude,
That's
you
good
can't believe-
powder in there. You could have blown up somehow.
Dude, I got a story. I can't believe I've never told this story. So last year at my aunt and uncle's, my parents didn't go. They went to visit my sister in Oklahoma. And so last year I went to my aunt and uncle's with some of my cousins, and I bought like one of these big boxes again. And it was like a 35 shot, something called like Big Bang 5,000 or something. And so I lit that thing. It was the last one of the night, right?
Yep.
So it was like the finale. I light it, and it shoots like 10 shots off, and it's like, oh, that's really nice. And I'm standing probably 50 feet away, standing next to my cousin. And the 11th shot goes off, and we notice that the box on the 11th shot kind of
You're a little wobbly.
got wobbly. And when it got wobbly, it decides it's going to tilt right up onto its side.
Sure.
And that thing tilted and faced right at me and my cousin. The 12th shot came flying right at me and my cousin, exploded, went right between us, and then exploded like big firework, like went right off between us. Well, at that point, then you had no idea because it's on its side. So it just starts spinning for the remaining 18 shots. Aunts, uncles, just, yeah, like going at my aunt and uncle, who are like, a lot of them are like 70s, like they're flying behind.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
I know, like behind chairs, like people are jumping behind trees. Like it was a whole. You ever had any situation like that?
I've definitely had some duds that you walk up to very tentatively.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had anything shoot at me. Like I haven't had really any close calls.
In all my years, that's the only one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
And I've shot fireworks every year for.
When you were growing up, did you guys do like a local neighborhood fireworks show?
Yeah,
Like a little one? I'm trying to
Yeah.
see if you have the same memory of me. What was, when you were a kid, what was the most exciting firework of like your little neighborhood show?
like the name of it.
No, like what was it?
I don't know. I don't know. What was yours?
This is a very specific memory for me because every year they would do the firework, and if you have ever seen one of these, you'll remember right away. But it was this firework that shot up and exploded, and then a little army man would float
The
down on a
parachute?
parachute, and all the kids would
Yep.
run and try and catch it. That
Yep.
was by far the best firework as a little kid.
Yep. And then, so parachutes were always fun. And we would do those during the daytime so you could see the
Mhm.
parachute guy. Because they didn't actually make a big, like,
Yeah,
anything.
it was more
Yeah.
like a launcher.
well, and then did you ever have the ones that launch multiple parachute guys?
Yep.
Yep. Because now they have like quads or 4 parachute guys. coming.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you remember those little tanks that they would drive and they'd shoot each other?
Yeah.
Those ones were sweet as little kids.
Oh, yeah. We would have races to see who could get we would all light our tanks at the same time, see who could get the farthest.
What was the worst firework?
Snakes.
Snakes are the worst, dude. I was hoping you'd say snakes.
I hate
are
snakes.
What is that?
That is like, why even make them?
You're gonna
Those are
stand there owning a firework stand and tell me you ain't got no whistling bungholes, no spleen splitters, no whisker
Let's
biscuits,
talk
honky
about
lighters, Husker
For the-
do's, Husker don'ts, cherry bombs, Nipsey nasers,
Let's talk
with or
about
without the
that.
scooter stick.
for the listeners out there, Chris Jablonski ordered me a shirt. That shirt with the Joe Dirt saying on it. It was the best surprise ever. It was a 4th of July gift, is what I'm going to go ahead and.
Should I go
attribute
grab
it
the other
to.
shirt? I haven't even opened it yet. Should we look at it real quick?
Yeah,
Live
let's
on? All right,
let's do it.
Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah,
Entertain
you
the
better
listeners.
run. I'm gonna have to.
I'm running.
This last time. This has become a trend. The 2 times that me and Chris have hosted this podcast together, I've had to spend time hosting this thing by myself and talking to myself while he goes off and does something. So yes, Chris, for the listeners out there, Chris has taken to buying me shirts off of the TikTok shop and surprised me last week with a 4th of July Joe Dirt shirt with the 4th of July saying on it with the about the shooting of fireworks. And then what he's going to get right now is he bought me another shirt that he accidentally shipped to his house instead of shipping it to my house.
Oh,
He shipped it to himself.
I know, and I was so excited. I
And
was arguably more excited for this one
but
than I was for the other.
dude, this is a great shirt.
Decent quality.
Dude, the other one was
Oh,
great
yeah.
quality. The other one was a great quality. Oh my gosh.
With their signatures
Signatures
on
on it. Dude, I love that. I love that. Holy
Sweet.
cow. That is so sweet.
it too. Yeah, it's good quality. It's printed well too. Can't believe it.
Dude,
I've been getting some crazy stuff off the TikTok shop, dude.
did you get you one also or no?
I did. I also got, you can't really see it, but this phone case, and it comes with an attachable magnetic wallet for like 4 or 5 cards. Guess how much it costs? It's like good quality. It's leather.
Dude, you already told me, so you should I can't get $3.
$3.
That's a crazy price.
I don't understand how that can even be possible.
That seems like that's less than the price of the production.
Yeah, and then I got like a couple other things, and if I bundled it up to $20, I got free shipping too. So they didn't even make money on the shipping.
That's crazy.
They had to have lost, they made maybe 20 cents off that product.
Like, what are they doing?
I don't know. How much is 20 cents in yen?
I don't know. Is it coming from China?
Oh, definitely. It all comes from
But
China.
how's it coming that quickly though?
Like they can ship stuff quick.
Well, the one that the shirt that you sent to me came from Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, that was from like a local. That was like from like a little shop. That's different.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's different. I mean, that was $8 or something like that.
that's still really cheap.
Still a great price.
Like, I know. And it's high quality. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not low quality shirt.
$1 is 161 yen right now. So if they made 20 cents, it's 32 yen.
But what does that mean? Like, who cares? Like,
How many
Like,
how many yangs is that?
like, so like they get the 32 yen, they're like, oh, that's 20 cents.
Yeah, but they spend the yen.
I know. But just because it's 32 yen, that means 20 cents to them. Like, just because seems like a bigger number, it's not actually a bigger number. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it is a bigger, not 32 is objectively bigger than 0.2, but it's not actually bigger monetarily, is it?
I think, yeah, it is. If I bring $1 to Europe and it's worth $3 over there,
Yeah.
then I can purchase something that costs 3.
But isn't it just going to be more expensive? Like, isn't, for example, like, say a hat is $10 in Europe,
Sure.
and the the conversion rate is 10 to 30, 1 to 3 dollars to euros. So the $10 hat is going to be 30 euros in Europe. So it's not actually, it's the same thing.
I don't
Like,
I don't think so. I think there's a difference between inflation and currency exchange rates.
I don't know. This is a good question. I mean, I don't know.
Like there's people that for sure like in China, well, people in China,
You kind of said that like Donald.
China will
China,
come to
here's
the
the deal.
U.S.
China,
and
here's the deal.
shop. They'll come to the U.S. and shop a whole bunch because their currency is worth more in U.S. dollars.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense because that's why all the Chinese kids in college all had Maseratis.
Right.
It's
Because of
slow.
exchange rates.
I mean, that makes sense. Or it could just be because they're rich.
Well, that probably too, but the exchange rate probably helps. Well, yeah, let's not talk about the college kids. Let's talk about the people that come over here specifically to shop because they're have more buying power.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Now I'm confused.
Look it up. This is a Google search. Share the screen.
What
Look
am
it
I
up and
supposed
share
to
the
do? What am I supposed to look up?
I don't know. What would be a good Google search for this?
Uh,
Like
how does money work?
So can you buy more? Can like
$1 is worth 161 Japanese yen.
Yeah, yeah. But
So
like, I get conversion rates. I'm not questioning the conversion rate, but I'm saying like, can you buy? I don't know what you would search actually. I don't know. Now
here, let's do this. Prices of goods in Japan.
Okay, cost of living. That's a good search. You're right. So
Okay,
like
meal inexpensive restaurant is 1,000 yen, which is equal to $10,
that's the same.
right?
Yeah, about the same. Yeah. Okay, so a McMeal at a McMeal at McDonald's is what, 750? A beer is
In what
four.
world are you living that a meal is 750 at McDonald's nowadays?
I don't know.
A meal at McDonald's is $10.
I
You're not
was
getting
just-
out of there.
I was
You're not getting out
reading
of
the,
under 10.
I was reading the screen. Is that what that is? Is that what that's saying right there?
That's saying that a meal at McDonald's for a combo meal would be the equivalent of $7.50 of American dollars. Whereas here it would cost us probably $10 or $11.
Okay. So you're right then.
Yes.
All right. Well,
But I could be wrong in in other situations in which inflation is really high, then exactly what you're saying is like, well, then I need 50,000 yen to purchase an apple, so it doesn't really make a difference.
Yeah.
But
It just depends on the country.
it depends on the currency exchange rate and the inflation at that time in that area.
Got it. Got
While we're on the topic of 4th of July,
it. We really went down the rabbit hole there. But no, I think that was an interesting conversation. I didn't know. I was confused, but we figured it out.
did we talk about Sky Wars last time?
No, the firework show.
Yeah. So while we're on the topic of fireworks, Dave and I are going to be going to this year, I think. I got to double check on the dates, but I'd love to go
Yes.
to this with you.
The 28th of September. It's in my
Yep.
calendar.
7 days after my anniversary.
Love that.
Let's just play this promo clip. It's just a minute long for the
Just
viewers.
put it on the screen.
Louis, September 28th, or you're even close. This is worth the drive.
I need complete silence.
It's the United States Fireworks Championship. The best and the brightest pyrotechnicians compete in explosive combat.
The shows just blew us away.
It's just mind-blowing how much pyro can go up in one night.
We're going to see one hell of a night of fireworks.
Fireball.
Oh my gosh.
This is fireworks.
That's unbelievable.
I like Sky Wars because
Look at
people
this
really
thing,
bring
dude.
their A games
Crazy.
out here.
Bringing to levels that nobody else does and doing things that nobody else does that you will probably see nowhere else in the U.S.
The giant 12-inch breaks, you don't see that anywhere else but Skyward.
Have one of the best pyro experiences of your life right here.
We're going to ruin you for fireworks forever.
That is crazy.
12-inch shells. A
That is
foot
that's,
basketball getting shot up into the air essentially and exploding.
that is so crazy.
So big, dude. It's crazy.
That one that looks like a mushroom cloud or like mushroom
The
bomb.
fireball?
Yes, that is so crazy.
What's crazy is you can feel it. You can feel the heat shockwave hit you from it, like from 100 yards away.
Dude, it looks like Oppenheimer bomb thing.
Almost.
That's so crazy. I'm all in on that.
Yeah, we should probably just
September.
buy tickets now.
Let's just do it now.
Children's Festival from 2 to 7. We'll want to be there for that, just to watch.
The Children's Fest.
And then there's live music from 3 to 7, and the fireworks championship starts at 7:30.
Who do we think the live music is?
It says Greta Van Fleet.
Hey, I know who they are. That's like, oh, I was like, isn't that guy? Isn't that guy that was on that went viral for singing that song that time that made the funny face?
Yeah, he's like the
That's all I know about that guy.
what band do they say he's like? I forget who it is.
He's like, yep, help me, help.
Look at
That
this guy. Look at this guy and look at the shell he's holding.
Oh my God. Sean Howder, Pro-Am display competitor. Tom Conan just looks like, oh,
Look at these things.
James
dude.
Baxter.
JB.
Dude, that's unbelievable.
And there's going to be a drone element this year.
Have you seen some of these drone shows that have been going on?
Crazy, dude. They're actually kind of trippy sometimes.
And they are. They're really crazy. I feel like people are trying to make those take over the fireworks shows, though.
No.
They can't.
Never in
No.
America. We love blowing shit up.
We did. We're big on blowing things up. We're big on that. There's no one.
Now, we
But-
could potentially figure out a way to like take a firework super high in the air that would be too heavy normally to launch and take it super high up and drop it and then explode it
Yes.
with a drone.
I like that.
We just unlocked even bigger fireworks than
That would be
mathematics
crazy.
allows.
That'd be crazy. Or
Crazy.
like a plane. Take it in a plane and then light it on fire from the plane and drop it down also.
Or you just make the plane the firework.
Oh, now you're getting a little crazy. Light the plane on fire. Oh man. That's good. Dude, we're just talking about fireworks. When me and you hosted that show, just me and you, what was that, like 3 or 4 weeks ago? We
Sure.
literally said we were going to talk about fireworks, and look at us now.
Love it.
We're talking fireworks.
You know that place in, I think it's in Alaska on the 4th of July that launches the cars off that cliff? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've seen that.
That would also be really fun to go to sometime. I think I'd really enjoy that.
Just launching vehicles.
Yeah.
Have you ever been a monster truck guy?
I went to a monster truck jam once when I was a young kid, but no, never been.
I've never been into it, but people are into that.
Yeah, I just don't really get it.
I don't
to be
either.
honest.
Same. I'm glad we're on the same page on that.
Like it'd be cooler if they like raced or some shit or they battled.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
but
don't
they-
want. I just want to see this big truck doing tricks. I just like it's just like,
I'm like, okay. My old boss
cool,
actually
but-
did that.
really.
Before he became a lawyer, he was a monster truck driver. Is that not
I used
crazy?
to write a book.
Is that not crazy? But yeah, it's like a little known fact about him. He's a man of many talents, monster truck driver turned lawyer. But
That's
Dude,
wild.
all right, I'm switching gears completely off of this.
All right, where are we going? Take me there.
I have to give an update on my favorite female in the world. Can you guess?
Paktua.
Yes.
Lots
Dude.
of new information here.
Dude, 1 million followers on Instagram already. Through like a week of having Instagram, not even a week of having Instagram. 1 million followers, got asked to go to Miami. She got paid like $600,000 to do an appearance at a bar in Miami. She was wearing a Tua Tagovailoa jersey at the event. She literally stood there in a DJ booth and yelled "Hawk Tua" a couple times. And her friend is just tagging along for the whole thing. Like that girl is actually like she's taking advantage of the whole situation. Like good
Well,
for her.
I don't
Good
know.
for her.
If you became super famous overnight, I would want you to just let me tag along.
Dude, that's awesome. Good for her.
Yeah.
Like she's like good. She gets to hang out and like she's the friend. I saw a TikTok. Someone made a TikTok of her, and it was pretty much a tribute to her. And it was like, this girl's awesome. Like, shout out to the coolest wing woman of all time, or like sidekick of all time. Her name's Chelsea or something. Chelsea.
2 questions.
Yeah.
Number one, how long do you think it will last? I think it's gonna fizzle. I don't think she can maintain
Oh, yeah.
celebrity status. Like, there's no way.
To be honest, I know I started this by saying my favorite human in the world. I've lost a lot of interest. I'm going to be completely honest.
Yeah.
Now I actually lost a lot of interest once I found out who it was. Like a lot of the draw was
the
like
mystery.
was the mystery of who she was. And then as soon as everyone found out who she was, it was like, all right, well, that's cool. It's over now. Like that's kind of how my viewpoint on it was. I think, yeah, give it a couple more weeks and it's going to be
3 months at most.
done. Yeah, but she says she's starting a podcast. What is she going to talk about?
Yeah.
I mean, what are we
It's
talking about?
it's something that
But,
I'd watch once.
like. I mean, I get like I just said like, what do we talk about? And she'll have a massive base from the get go. So like,
Hey,
what?
so did we.
But like she's gonna start with 1 million person base, right? So like I don't know, but I saw what's the Jack Mac on Barstool? Like he was like she's dropping the bag, she's like fumbling the bag because she took too long to kind of roll out her like merch and all that stuff. Like she was releasing like TikTok videos or released like a video and was like, oh, just like I'll be rolling out my social media and my merch coming soon.
Yeah,
Like
it's over, babe.
exactly. He was like, what are you doing? Like, and then the next day she released all that stuff. But like she did. Like she took too long.
Speaking of taking too long, you know who, if this happened in front of him, do you know who would be absolutely livid about the whole thing?
Who?
The man to your right.
Dave.
Dave. If someone at Barstool did something like that and waited like 3 weeks to get merch out, he would lose his shit.
Dude, they would have been fired.
For sure. He'd be like, you're trying to tell me we have 24 hours to capitalize on this. We should have
I
had the merch
know.
ready to go. Like,
I know. Exactly. Like that's how I feel. Like, what was she doing? Like, and she hired management team and an agent, really, because she had no experience. So I can't really fault her. What was the management team doing? Like, That's what she hired them for.
Well, she was probably like interviewing them and stuff, but that's just the wrong way to go about it. Like, just go out and just don't delete your social media accounts. Surface on social media and just start posting content of yourself. Like, you don't need a team to do that, I feel like.
Well,
I mean, you need a
claims that-
team to get set up with like podcasts and like invitations and stuff, but that would have come. She could have capitalized on it earlier and then built into some of those deals and collaborations and stuff.
Well, she claimed in her interview with Brianna Chicken Fry that she deleted all of her social media like 6 months before the interview. And then after the interview, there was all these fake accounts. And so she didn't make one because there was no way for her to like make one and people to know that it was actually her.
Do you not know how TikTok works? She could just literally just be like, yes, this is actually me. And everybody's For You page would pick that up in 4 seconds.
That's how I feel too, because as soon as she did make the stuff, like as soon as she made real ones, it was easy to tell that it was actually her because it was like
Her voice.
backstage at Zach Bryan. And
Yeah.
like, there's no way that if it was fake, that anyone would have been able to record from her point of view, walking around backstage at Zach Bryan.
Yeah.
Exactly. So anyway, but she's got merch out. It looks terrible. She's been releasing some cringy
Remind
videos.
me in 3 months to check in and see what Hawk Tua's status is.
There you go. You set a reminder. She's got bad merch. She's got some cringy videos that she's been putting out. We'll see where she goes from here.
What I didn't like also is she kind of adopted the Tua. Like in one of those videos where she was yelling, she was like, Hawk Tua.
Uh-huh.
That's not what she did. It's not Tua. It's not Tuah. It's Tuh.
It's Tua.
Hawk
I know.
Tuah.
I know.
And she ruined it for herself.
I know.
Anyway.
But but it's yeah, I don't know. But she's not moving to LA.
She's not.
She's gonna stay in Tennessee.
All right.
So
Smoky
that's-
Mountains.
That's the Smoky Mountains. So that's what I got in this week's Hawk Tua update of the week, brought to you by Dave.
All right, thanks, Dave. I got a couple of things that popped into my mind today. I'm going to
Yep.
start with my question, and then I have something for us to play later on. But my question is, it's a legal question. This is
Okay.
not legal advice, but I just have a general legal question. So, if evidence is obtained illegally, it's not admissible in court.
That would be
Correct.
be true. Yes, correct.
How far does that extend though? Like, let's say I found a piece of evidence illegally, but then that led me to find out other things legally.
Mm-hmm.
Is that still admissible?
Well, there's a lot of factors that go into that. So like,
Let me give you an example. Let's say I illegally broke into someone's house and they had like a note on the table that says the stolen money is in my lockbox here. And
Uh-huh.
then you go and you get a search warrant and you search that lockbox and you find the stuff. That note is not admissible because you broke in, you can't that's illegally
Yeah.
obtained. But the
Mhm.
information from that led me to another discovery. Is that admissible?
I would say if you're going to assume that the money in the lockbox and all that is relevant to the case that you're trying to pursue. So so if it's relevant to what you're pursuing, then yes, it would be admissible at that point, because that makes it relevant to your case, and then you're obtaining that legally. So yes, the answer would be yes.
Even if
But
there's no way you would have found out about it unless you obtain that other evidence illegally.
Yes, because you obtained this piece of evidence legally.
Is illegally obtained evidence grounds for a mistrial?
I don't do criminal law, so I don't know all of criminal procedure, and I never even took a criminal law class beyond in law school beyond the intro to criminal law in the first year of law school. So I don't know criminal procedure, but
So you don't really care about justice at all. You just care
Nah,
about
but from a civil procedure standpoint, it would. What was the question? Can you repeat
I
the
don't know.
question?
No, I'll
No.
move on. I'll move
No,
on.
no. But I mean, so like, if you are pretty much improper, I'll go with improperly. Improperly obtained evidence is always going to be inadmissible.
Yes.
But if you improperly obtained evidence, so long as it is relevant to the case and is not inadmissible for other reasons that are like other reasons that are make it inadmissible to the case, then it would be admissible. That's the general rule for
Interesting.
all evidence. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Anyway,
What is there a reason you're asking this?
Well, kind of. What popped it in my head originally was we were watching that new show on Apple TV called Presumed Innocent with what's his name? I forget his name. And something like that came up, and I had that question, and then one other thing that came up was Alexa was like, because this guy said something that he knew, like the attorney said something in court in front of the jury that he knew, like clearly he wasn't supposed to say, and the judge was like really mad about it, and they objected right away, and they struck it from the record. But Alexa was like, do you think that they ever just say stuff knowing that the other people will object, but that the jury will, once the jury's heard it? And I was like, yeah, they do,
all
for
the time. All the time.
Oopsies.
All the time. So that happens all the time, but you do run the risk of, that was your question about a mistrial.
Grounds for mistrial, yeah.
Yeah, so all the time, people do that, what you just said, that people do that all the time, but you do run the risk of taking it too far and there being a mistrial.
Yeah, or leaving it open for appeal.
Exactly. Because if something's so if there's something that's deemed prejudicial in the record, then it could be grounds for an appeal.
Yeah, I mean, I literally said, you should have heard me because I was watching it, and the judge had said, like, before the trial, like, this can't be brung up, this is out of bounds, like, you can't talk about this, and then he did it. And if you've discussed that with the judge pre-trial and you still do it, immediate mistrial. Like, there's just no way. Like,
well, generally it probably would be an immediate mistrial, but you talk about getting in trouble, like the judge would be not happy.
Not happy at all.
Not happy at all. Yep. So
okay.
There's a little legal, just a
little legal jargon. Yeah. Do you have anything else you would like to talk about, or do you want to do a little draft, a short draft?
Sure, I'm not prepared, but let's hit us with the draft.
I actually personally don't like being prepared for the drafts. I like it more when you got to come up with it on the spot.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Let's do it.
So the idea I had was top 3. We're going to draft 3 in a row of top. No, not we'll go back and forth. Sorry.
Okay.
But only 3. We're not doing 5. And it's going to be TV show intro songs or theme songs.
Okay. Got it. Okay, that sounds good.
And then after that, we'll do worst 2 of all time.
Worst 2. Okay, so
or maybe worst 1. We'll do top 3 first. Let's do that.
All right.
I'll let you start. Cool. Now, this probably isn't fair because you haven't seen as many TV shows. But
that is true. That is true. But that's okay. You're gonna let me go first.
Yeah, go first.
All right. So that's fine because I had one immediately pop into my head, and
I know what it is. Okay, dang.
Well, I had a bunch go into my head that I like. but the first one. All right. So there's so many that popped into my head,
I
but
think I know what you're gonna go with, but go ahead.
all right. So my first overall pick is going to be. I love this theme song. It's actually the ringtone on my phone for a little bit in law school, which is kind of it was kind of fitting actually. I'm gonna go with the House of Cards intro that I had as my ringtone. I loved that song, and I loved that show. So I'm gonna go with that.
I don't know if you can see this, but probably at the exact same time of my life, I also had this as my ringtone on my phone.
It's
House of
so
Cards
good.
theme song.
It's so good.
And I had it as my alarm to wake up in the morning too. I love
Oh, it's so
great
good.
choice. Great choice.
It's so good. House of Cards theme song, first overall.
I knew you were gonna pick that. All right. Then I'm gonna go ahead and pick Game of Thrones.
That's a good
I know
one.
you're not.
I don't watch it, but it is
not
a
there
great,
yet, but it's a good one. And then I'm.
It's a
send it back
great
to you.
theme song. Oh, we're just going back and forth. You don't get two in a row?
No. Oh wait, yeah, I do get 2 in a row.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go with. Bum 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 bum.
Doom, doom,
Bum
doom.
bum 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 bum.
Yeah!
Law and Order.
There you go.
SVU.
Any of the Law and Orders, really. They're all very
Nah,
good
SVU is the
intros.
best.
I like the OG Law and Order more,
Really?
but
All right.
yeah, but that's a great choice. That's a
Okay.
great choice. Okay, so with my second pick, I'm gonna go very different than my first pick. I'm gonna go with one of everybody's. I feel like one that gets everybody kind of fired up, not fired up, but everyone sings it together. I'm gonna go with the Friends theme song. I think it's a very iconic theme song. It's not one of my favorite. I think it's an overrated show. I'll be completely honest, but the theme song itself is a classic.
Yeah.
So I'll go with that.
Okay.
Oh, and then I get another one.
Yeah.
My
last one here. Yeah.
All right, and then my last one, I'm gonna go with one of my probably my all-time favorite show, and more similar to my first overall pick. I'm gonna go with the Yellowstone theme song.
Ooh, okay.
I think it's great. I think it's so good. I actually know the guy. Something Tyler is the guy who,
Produced it.
yeah, composed
Great choice.
it.
Great choice. I think
Composed it. Yeah.
I'm gonna go kind of similar to your friend's choice in the sense that I have 2 other more serious ones, and I need a not serious one. I'm gonna go The Office.
Yep. That's a good one.
And those
That's-
are our list.
That's
Now-
I think I could honestly go 2 more, but
All right, let's keep going.
they're gonna be funny ones. One of them's gonna be funny. If we're going 2 more, then you get 2 picks, or you get one more.
Oh
pick.
yeah, I'm up. Mmm.
You weren't prepared for 2 more.
I wasn't prepared for this many. I'll go Breaking Bad.
Does that have a good show intro? I've never
Mhm.
never seen that.
Wow. That was probably
that's
not a
good.
great choice, but there's better ones. Oh well.
No, that's good. All right. All right. So I get 2, my last 2 now, I guess. So I'm gonna go. This is a funny one. I will go with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yep, good choice.
That's a iconic one. And then I think for my last pick, let's see. That's the one I had in my head. I was like, all right, I want to add that one to my list. Okay.
Oh, I got a good one.
Let's see. So I think. So what do I have? So I have House of Cards. I have
Friends, Yellowstone.
Friends, Yellowstone, and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I think that my last one is going to be
Whatever I see first when I look it up.
no, I don't want to do that. No, I have one in my head that's a really funny one. All right, or not funny, but like, okay, all right, I'm just gonna do what I think. I'm gonna go with SpongeBob.
I knew you were gonna do that.
I don't even see that on the list. I don't even see that on the list that I was looking up here, but I'm going with SpongeBob.
Okay, great choice.
I feel like it's being
A little
disrespected.
nostalgia. No,
It's being
yeah.
disrespected by the list I'm looking at right here because it's not even on the top 50. But that is a iconic theme song.
Now this one should be on your list. I'm hoping it's pretty high. A show I think you'd really, really like if you haven't seen it yet. Succession.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen it, and
Great show.
I have heard that I would love that show.
Mm-hmm. You'd like it. It's chaotic. It's stressful.
Well, stressful show. I thought about doing Law and Order just straight up because I just told you that I thought Law and Order.
Wait,
Yeah.
do they have different theme songs?
Barely different.
Oh, well, then that doesn't count.
That's what I thought. That's why I didn't do it. Yeah, it's barely different. So that's why I didn't go with it. But all right, well there you go. That was a fun draft.
Worst one of all time, New Girl.
I kind
Who's
of
that
agree.
girl?
Who's that girl?
It's
Jazz.
Jess.
I also hate that. I hate that song so
They
much.
changed it after the second season because they were like, "This is not it. We're changing." And then they shortened it. It's like 5 seconds. It's just, "Who's that girl? It's Jess."
You know, another one that's I don't like is the Seinfeld theme song.
Yeah.
Isn't it like the donk donk donk
Boing, boing, boing,
doink, 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 doink. I hate that one. And I'm sure that's a controversial take to some, but I don't like it. Like, doink, 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 doink.
No, I think that's very fair.
Yeah, not a good theme song at all. Well, that was a good idea, Chris. Way to come
Yeah.
up with a good little draft there.
Yeah, I gotcha. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Anything else we should talk about?
No, I feel like we talked. How long did we go?
We're at 58 minutes right now.
I feel like that's a good amount of time. Should we just
Sure.
go ahead and call it?
Let's call it.
Hey, we're just under an hour, just the two of us. I feel like that's a good amount of time. Next week, Adam will be back.
Our fearless leader's back.
Yeah, we were going to talk
Yeah,
about
we
that.
gotta talk about-
We were supposed to have a third person on this week, a special guest. Chad is his name. His cousin's, uncle's, brother's, aunt's, wife's brother passed away, so he backed out on us.
I had such good plans too. I won't tell you because I still think he's going to come on and I still want to do it. I'll tell you offline because I don't want to ruin the surprise, but I had such a good plan for it.
Well, I was talking to our number one listener, Zach, at the 4th of July celebration, and I prepped him. I was like, Chad's a funny guy. It's going to be a good episode, and he let us down.
You could say we had a hanging Chad.
Oh, boom.
All right.
And on that note,
Great job, Dave. Proud of us.
proud of us.
Great episode.
All right.
That's
Well-
Nightly Nonsense.
That is the nightly nonsense. See ya.
Bye.
Have a beautiful butterfly.
My face is fine.